Welcome back, my dear nighttime wanderers. My name is Silas, and I'm your storyteller here at Slumberlight Tales. I'm glad you can join us today, and I welcome you into a space for calm stories, soft mystery, and a little touch of candlelight magic. As you settle in, letting the weight of the day melt away into your mattress, I want you to call to mind a feeling, the feeling of a perfect autumn evening, that moment when the air outside turns cool and crisp, but you are wrapped in a wonderful, comforting warmth. Think of all the scents that dance on that chilly air, the rich, earthy smell of damp leaves carpeting the ground, the sweet, spiced aroma of pumpkin pie cooling on a windowsill with its notes of cinnamon and nutmeg. Can you almost smell the wood smoke curling from a neighbor's chimney? That gentle, dusty perfume of a candle just blown out after an evening spent reading by the fire. These are the scents of Halloween, the sense of warmth and comfort, promising a world of magic waiting just outside the frosted glass. And tonight, we're going to follow that promise. We're going to step through a hidden archway, not into the cold, but into a place where that warmth is multiplied 1,000-fold. A place where those spices linger in the air as sweet treats, and where the jack-o'-lanterns aren't just on porches, but are floating in the air, their light a gentle guide. So, take a deep, slow breath in, and as you let it out, picture that old, soot-blackened wall in the heart of London. You reach out, and with a gentle tap on a single loose brick, the wall begins to stir. It's not loud or jarring. The stones simply fold back, like a curtain being drawn, revealing a narrow, cobbled lane that curves away into a twilight brimming with golden light. This is Diagon Alley, and as we step through, that familiar comforting scent of Halloween wraps around us like a welcome embrace, now mingled with the sweet smell of toffee apples and candied almonds from a nearby cart, the earthy aroma of broomstick polish and old leather-bound books. It's the smell of a world settling in for a cozy, enchanted night. Let's just stand here for a moment, at the entrance, breathing it all in. There's no hurry. The only thing that matters is this feeling of peace, this warmth against the cool air, and the gentle flickering light that guides our way. The cobblestone beneath our feet are worn smooth as sea glass, each one a testament to the countless witches, wizards, and magical creatures who have walked this path before us. They gleam softly in the floating lantern light, dark and damp from the evening chill. We'll follow them, letting this gentle, winding path guide us deeper into the heart of the alley. To our right, the shop Gamble and Japes is a riot of quiet mischief. Its windows are a cascade of playful wonders. Tiny, gelatinous imps jiggle silently behind the glass, while boxes of wheezing whiz-bangs sit dormant, promising spirals of colored smoke. But it's all at rest now, a museum of potential laughter. Further down, the apothecary's door stands ajar, and as we pass, A peculiar yet not unpleasant scent wafts out, a mixture of dried nettles, peppermint, and something distinctly earthy, like dragon dung fertilizer. It's the smell of old magic, of potions simmered for hours in dusty back rooms. But our destination for this part of our stroll lies just ahead. On the left, a warm, buttery glow spills from the wide windows of Flourish and Blots. The bookshop is still open, and as we draw closer, the scent of Halloween transforms. It becomes the smell of aged paper, of dry ink, and of the cinnamon-dusted cider that the shopkeeper, a wizard with a long, silvery beard, is sipping behind the counter. He gives us a slow, sleepy nod as we step inside. The silence here is a different kind of quiet. It's a thick, velvety hush, broken only by the soft crackle of a log in the fireplace and the occasional rustle of a page from a book that appears to be turning itself, settled in a deep armchair. Towering shelves stretch up to the ceiling, crammed with volumes bound in leather and velvet. Your fingers gently brush against the spine of a heavy tome titled A History of Magic. The leather is cool and slightly rough, embossed with a swirling, faded gold lettering. In the defensive magic section, a few of the books are gently chained to the shelves, and one, with a glaring eye on his cover, seems to follow our movement with a lazy blink before settling back to sleep. It's a place to get lost, but we are safe here, surrounded by 1,000 sleeping stories. After a few peaceful moments among the books, we step back out onto the cobbles, the cool air feeling fresh on our faces. The journey continues, and the most inviting scent yet guides us forward. The rich, sweet aroma of molten sugar and chocolate. We follow it, our footsteps soft, until we arrive at the source, a charming, narrow shop with a striped awning and a sign that reads, Florian Fortescue's Ice Cream Parlor. Despite the chill, it remains open, serving warm, spiced desserts. The window is filled with pumpkins that have been hollowed out and filled with a creamy, cinnamon-infused ice cream. Inside, a witch with kind eyes and a flour-dusted apron is ladling warm, dark chocolate fudge over a sundae. We don't need to order. Simply being here, watching the steam rise from a cauldron of mulled cider, feeling the wave of warmth from the open door is enough. It wraps around you, this feeling as comforting as your favorite blanket. Let's pause here for a moment, just outside Fortescue's, listening to the gentle click of spoons on porcelain bowls. The golden light from the parlor window pools on the dark cobblestone, and the floating jack-o'-lanterns above us bob in agreement, as if to say, yes, this is the spot. This is the heart of the cozy, magical night. There is no need to rush. The alley is ours to explore, one peaceful step at a time. That wave of warmth from the ice cream parlor lingers on our backs as we turn to continue our walk. The sweet scent of chocolate and spices slowly giving way to the crisp autumn air once more. The cobblestones slope gently downward here, guiding us deeper into the softly beating heart of the alley. Just past Fortescue's, a small open-air cart catches our eye, piled high with what appears to be miniature, swirling galaxies and tiny, pulsating stars. This is a confectioner's cart, and the wizard behind it is patiently twisting a long, thin rod, weaving molten sugar into intricate, glowing lollipops. The smell is pure, simple sweetness like candied apple and spun sugar, a bright note amidst the deeper spiced aromas. He offers a small, glowing purple lollipop to a passing child whose face lights up with a wonder that feels entirely appropriate for this place. We amble on, and the shops begin to change. The playful chaos of gamble and japes is behind us now, replaced by embellishments with quieter, more ancient kind of magic. We pass Twycross's broom supplies, its windows dark, the silhouettes of sleek racing brooms and sturdy, dependable models standing at rest like sleeping sentinels. The smell here is of polished wood and a faint, ozonic hint of lightning-charged air, a reminder of flights taken through star-dusted skies. Across the narrow lane, the magical menagerie is still softly lit. Through the glass, we can see the shapes of dozing creatures. A pile of sleek, black measles are curled together in a large basket, their sides rising and falling in a slow, synchronized rhythm. In one cage, a family of tiny, bright-eyed puffskeins vibrate softly, emitting a low, purring hum that we can just barely hear through the window. A gentle, buzzing lullaby. It's a peaceful scene, a menagerie dreaming together. But the true anchor of the alley now looms ahead. Ollivander's, the wand shop. It's a narrow, shabby building with peeling gold letters above the door that spell out its name. The window display is simple, a single, dusty wand resting on a faded purple cushion. Yet, the air around it seems to hum, a faint, almost imperceptible vibration that you feel in your bones rather than hear with your ears. It's the sound of accumulated potential, of thousands of stories of magic that began right here with a simple, perfect match. We don't need to go in tonight. It's enough to stand here for a moment, in the quiet reverence the place commands. We can imagine the dust motes dancing in the slivers of light inside, the thousand of narrow boxes stacked neatly to the ceiling, each containing a sliver of heartwood, a phoenix feather, a dragon heartstring, all asleep, all waiting. It's a comforting thought that such power can rest so quietly. Let's stand here a little longer, feeling the cool, still air around the old shop, listening to the distant, happy sounds of the alley behind us, a reminder of the life this quiet magic makes possible. There's no rush. The night is still young, and the most enchanting part of our walk is yet to come. The quiet hum of Ollivander's fades behind us, a gentle vibration that lingers in the air like a forgotten whisper, a tangible memory of magic that has chosen its companions over centuries. We move on, the cobblestones underfoot, feeling a tad colder, a little more ancient, as if we're walking back through the layers of time itself. Each stone is slightly uneven, and we find ourselves moving with a natural, slow rhythm, our steps syncing with the tranquil pulse of the alley. The sounds of the main square are a soft, muffled symphony behind us, the individual notes of laughter and chatter blending into a single comforting hum. The alley curves here, a soft, graceful bend that feels like the crook of an arm, drawing us into a more secluded, intimate space. As we round it, a new, wonderful scent greets us, not of food or magic, but of nature, sleeping and wild. It's the rich, loamy aroma of fresh earth and blooming night flowers, a scent that seems to cleanse the palate of the soul. We've arrived at a part of the alley dedicated to the botanical and the celestial, a place where the air itself feels softer, more hushed. To our left, the Tomes and Scrolls shop has a window filled with star charts that slowly rotate, their inked constellations, Cassiopeia, the dragon, the phoenix, glowing with a soft silvery light as if filled with the captured moonlight. If you lean close, you can just make out the faint, dusty scent of ancient parchment and drying ink that seeps from under the old oak door. Next door, the terra incognita florist is a wild burst of color, even in the twilight. We pause here, for the sight is truly mesmerizing, and there is no reason to hurry past. Great, umbrella-sized blossoms in deep indigo and velvet crimson are nestled among ferns that curl like sleeping fiddleheads, their edges tipped with dew that glistens like diamonds in the floating lantern light. A willow tree with silver leaves rustles softly in a large terracotta plantain. Though there is no wind, its long, graceful branches swaying to a silent melody. And on a high shelf, a cluster of Mimbulus Mimbletonia plants sit, looking like strange, prickly cacti. Their surface is a mosaic of muted green and brown, sleeping peacefully. The air is thick with their sweet, hypnotic perfume, a fragrance that promises deep, untroubled dreams. It's a scent that seems to settle on your skin and clothes, a natural perfume from this hidden garden. But our eyes are drawn upward, for here the floating jack-o'-lanterns are joined by other, smaller lights, tiny, enchanted fairies no bigger than your thumb, flit between the eaves of the shops, their wings momentarily leaving trails of shimmering gold dust that hangs in the air before slowly fading like a breath on a cold pane of glass. They don't buzz, their flight is utterly silent, a delicate ballet against the deep blue of the night sky. One of them, its body glowing with a soft blue bioluminescence, alights on the petal of a midnight blooming orchid near us. It glances at us with eyes like dewdrops, a tiny, curious creature of pure magic, before pushing off and zipping away again, a living speck of starlight soon lost among its kin. It's a gentle reminder that magic isn't always in the grand gestures or loud bangs, but in these small, fleeting, and silent moments of beauty that ask only to be noticed. We continue our stroll at this languid pace, passing a small, ornate fountain carved in the shape of a griffin, its stone wings folded, its head held high in a silent, eternal watch. Water, clear and cold, trickles from its beak into a moss-lined basin below, the sound a constant, soothing trickle that blends seamlessly with the distant melody of the alley. It's a sound that seems to slow the heart, each drip and ripple a measure of the night's peaceful passage. A few bronze nuts and silver sickles glitter at the bottom, wishes made and left to rest in the cool, clear water. The mist that rises from the surface carries a clean, mineral scent, a refreshing coolness on the skin after the florist's sweet perfume. Let's rest here a moment longer, on the smooth, cold stone rim of the fountain. We can watch the fairy lights dance their silent ballet, breathe in the complex tapestry of floral scented air, and listen to the gentle, timeless music of the water. From here, we can see the path ahead, winding a little further into the darkness. But there is no destination we need to reach. The journey itself, this slow, sensory unwinding, is the entire point. The cool stone beneath us, the shimmering air around us, the soft sounds that cradle us. This is more than enough. So let's just sit and be fully and completely in the heart of this magical autumn night. The coolness of the fountain's rim seeps gently through our clothes, a pleasant anchor that holds us in this moment of perfect peace. But the alley, in its gentle, unhurried way, invites us onward. With a slow, almost reluctant breath, we rise from our seat, the soft sounds of the floral quarter fading into a respectful hush behind us. The path ahead narrows slightly, the buildings leaning so close together that their upper stories seem to whisper to one another across the cobbled lane. The light here is different. The cheerful golden glow of the main alley gives way to a softer, more mysterious luminescence. The source becomes clear as we approach our next stop, the Starlight Spectacles. This shop is unlike any other. Its windows are not filled with products, but with a swirling liquid darkness, a captured piece of the night sky. Tiny, enchanted models of planets drift lazily in the inky void, their orbits slow and serene. A miniature Jupiter, with its swirling marbleized bands, turns with a majestic, silent grace. As we watch, a tiny comet, its tail a wisp of brilliant white, arcs slowly across the window pane before disappearing into the far corner. The air around the shop hums with a deep, cosmic energy, a vibration that feels ancient and immense. It's not a sound you hear with your ears, but one you feel in the very core of your being, the silent music of the spheres. We pull our gaze away from the infinite and find ourselves standing before the final and perhaps most anticipated shop on our stroll, Honeydukes. Even with its door closed, The aroma that envelops us is overwhelming in the most delightful of ways. It's a symphony of sugar, a cascade of comforting scents that beckon like a warm hug. The rich, dark scent of melting chocolate, the sharp, tangy zing of sherbet lemons, the buttery, comforting smell of toffee and shortbread. It's a fragrance that speaks directly to a part of the soul that never grows up. Peering through the window, we see the wonders within are at rest. Great glass jars, taller than a wizard, are filled with shimmering, jewel-colored sweets. Chocolate frogs sit in their boxes, utterly still, their magical animation paused for the night. Pink cockroach clusters glisten under a soft light, and a tower of fizzing whizbees seem to tremble with a contained, sleepy energy. It's a museum of confectionery wonders, a silent promise of tomorrow's delights. For now, it's enough to simply stand here, bathed in this sweet, sugary aura, feeling the simple, profound joy and peace that it brings. The sweet, sugary aura of honeydukes clings to us like a pleasant memory as we finally turn away, our senses still humming with the phantom tastes of chocolate and lemon. But the alley is not yet done with its wonders. A new, electric energy begins to prickle the cool air, a palpable sense of joyous anticipation that seems to vibrate from the very cobblestones. The floating jack-o'-lanterns here are different, their carved faces more animated, shifting through a repertoire of playful, winking grins, comical grimaces, and silent, open-mouthed laughs, as if they're all part of an audience awaiting the main act. The scent on the air undergoes its final, magnificent transformation. The comforting confectionery sweetness is now boldly cut through with a thrilling, chaotic perfume, the sharp tinge of gunpowder, the earthy smell of damp grass from a recently tested portable swamp, the scent of singed feathers, ozone from magical discharges, and the unmistakable aroma of sugar-dusted fireworks. It's the smell of unbridled imagination, of laughter that has been bottled, corked, and is now gently simmering, waiting for a touch to release its joy. We follow the sensory trail, the alley now brightening not with the soft gold of before, but with a pulsating, kaleidoscopic glow. Colors shift and dance across the cobblestones and the leaning building fronts, vibrant magenta, electric blue, sunshine yellow, as if the very stones are soaking up the excitement. The distant, melodic hum of the alley has been replaced here by a soft, collective buzzing thrum, like a beehive of ideas dreaming of becoming reality. And then we see it, the undeniable, glorious climax of the lane. Weasley's Wizard Wheezes stands where the alley opens into a wider courtyard, a building that seems to actively rebel against the very concept of a quiet night. It is a vibrant, impossible shade of canary yellow, so brilliantly cheerful it creates its own pocket of perpetual light. But tonight, it has fully embraced the Halloween spirits, transforming into a spectacle of spooky fun. The entire facade is draped in enchanted, silky black cobwebs that glisten with artificial dew. each strand twinkling with captured light. From within these webs, plush, fuzzy spiders, the size of dinner plates, wave their legs in a slow, friendly rhythm, and one, hanging just above the door, lowers itself on an invisible thread to bob playfully at eye level before rising again. The great golden W on the sign above the door spins lazily, and with every rotation, it emits a soft shower of orange and black sparks that drift down like a cascade of glowing autumn leaves, vanishing with a gentle hiss and a faint smell of cinnamon just before they touch the ground. As we draw closer, the delightful, intricate details multiply. The shop seems to be a living entity, breathing in its slumber, its magical heart beating a slow, playful rhythm. In the enormous display window, a special Halloween tableau has been arranged with breathtaking creativity. It depicts a miniature comical siege. Boxes of skiving snack boxes form the walls of a castle, manned by tiny marching toy soldiers who, every few moments, clutch their stomachs with a silent groan, turn green, and pop out of existence, only to reappear at their posts a second later, looking all sheepish. A ghostly, translucent Weasley's wildfire whiz-bang in the shape of a screeching bat endlessly circles a giant, bubbling cauldron that emits puffs of emerald green fog smelling faintly of peppermint. But the true sentinel is the life-size animatronic vampire that stands guard by the door. As we watch, its head slowly turns towards us on a nearly silent gear. It gives a dramatic, soundless snarl, revealing gleaming plastic fangs, before winking one ruby-red eye and settling back in its stoic pose, a low mechanical purr emanating from its chest. The door, a deep purple, is shaped like a giant grinning mouth. It gives a welcoming, theatrical creak as we push it open. A soft, tinkling bell sounds, its chime oddly playful. And then we step inside. The air within is a tangible thing, warm, thick, and incredibly complex. It's a symphony of scents, the exciting gunpowder and ozone, the underlying sweetness of sugar and chocolate from the skiving snack boxes, the waxy smell of novelty candles, the rich aroma of high-quality joke inks, and the faint, clean scent of the polished wooden floors. It is the smell of pure, unadulterated novelty. The interior is a cathedral of comedy, a labyrinth of joy. Towers of brightly colored products reach towards the ceiling, charmed to look like a twilight sky, complete with slow-moving, fluffy clouds. While most of the merchandise is still, the magic here is merely napping, and the shop is alive with subtle sleep activity. To our immediate right, a whole colony of pygmy buffs dozes in a large multi-level enclosure. They are each outfitted in tiny Halloween costumes, a miniature vampire cloak here, a tiny witch's hat there, one a vibrant purple puff, and a devil's horn headband, snores softly, a tiny bubble forming and popping at the end of its nose with a faint puff. We amble deeper into this wonderland, our footsteps hushed on the floor. The Daydream Charms section shimmers with a soft, hypnotic light, the glass orbs containing their captured fantasies glowing with muted pastel colors. In the patented pranks aisle, a barrel labeled You Know Pooh emits a lazy curl of violet smoke that smells inexplicably of lavender and brimstone. A display of trick wands sits on a counter. One of them, a demonstration model, occasionally twitches, and when it does, a small stuffed owl on a perch above temporarily turns a bright shade of neon green before slowly fading back to its original brown. But the true marvel is the dedicated Halloween section at the very back of the shop. It is a grotto of glorious, harmless frights. A lifeless cardboard cutout of a Dementor hangs from the ceiling, but it's been given a comical, toothy smile and is holding a sign that says, "Give us a grin." There are cauldrons full of reusable hangman's nooses that stretch comically when pulled, letting out a soft, rubbery squeak. Jars of fanged flyers rattle gently, the enchanted sweets inside clicking against the glass like beetles. Most impressive is the headless hat display. The mannequin wearing it appears to have no head until you look down and see its face smiling up at you from its chest, and it gives you a slow, sleepy wink. This is not a place of ancient magic or quiet reverence. This is a living, breathing moment of laughter, a sanctuary for the young at heart, a testament to the idea that the greatest magic of all is the one that brings a smile to your face. Standing here in the warm, colorful, and gently snoring hush, surrounded by the dormant potential of 1,000 jokes and 100 wonderful frights, you can feel it. The ghost of 1,000 giggles, the echo of a prank about to be played, the pure, simple joy that Fred and George Weasley baked into the very bricks of this place. It feels like a perfect, joyful, and triumphant full stop at the end of our magical sentence. Our journey began with the warm, traditional comfort from the alley's heart, and it ends here in this brilliant, explosive celebration of creativity and fun. A promise that magic, in all its forms, always has room for joy, especially on a night meant for tricks, treats, and wonderful, whimsical frights. So let's stand here for a long, peaceful moment, breathing in the playful, inventive air, letting the vibrant, loving energy of this wonderful place be the final, cherished memory we gather from our walk tonight. A memory of a shop that, even in the deepest sleep, never, ever stops dreaming of fun. Standing here in the heart of the slumbering carnival of wonders, a deep, comforting warmth begins to settle in your chest. It's a feeling that has been growing all evening, from the first scent of spiced pumpkin to the silent dance of the fairies, and now here, surrounded by the dormant joy of this incredible shop. This warmth is the true magic of the alley, and it's a gift you now carry with you. With a final, contented look around the colorful, quiet chaos, we turn and step back through the grinning purple doorway, out into the cool night air of the courtyard. The transition is gentle. The vibrant, pulsating colors of the shop seem to breathe a soft, golden sigh, their energy settling like glitter, drifting to the floor after a celebration. The alley before us is now a different place, not empty, but fulfilled. The jack-o'-lanterns have returned to their simple, smiling vigilance, their light a steady, guiding glow rather than a playful dance. The chatter of the crowd is a distant, muffled memory, and the only sound is the soft burble of the fountain we visited earlier, a constant soothing companion to the night. We begin our slow walk back, not with a sense of ending, but with a feeling of gentle completion. The cobblestones, once leading us on an adventure, now guide us homeward. The shops we pass flourish in blots, the magical menagerie, even the mysterious Ollivanders, are all dark and quiet, their wonders put to bed. Their magic is now a part of the stillness, a promise that they will be here, waiting when another autumn evening falls. We cross the little bridge, the sound of the water beneath a soft, familiar whisper. The scents of the alley have blended into a single comforting perfume: wood smoke, old books, and the lingering sweet hint of toffee. It's the scent of a story well told. As we approach the archway where our journey began, the golden lights in the windows seem to wink at us one by one, as if bidding a quiet, fond good night. We step through the brick archway, and the magical world folds itself away behind us, not vanishing, but receding into the realm of dreams and memory. The cool London air feels fresh on your face, but that inner warmth, the one you gathered in the alley, remains. It glows softly in your chest, a tiny personal lantern against the night. And now, as you find yourself back in the comforts of your own space, you can feel that warmth spreading. It's in the weight of the blankets settled around you. It's in that softness of the pillow beneath your head. It's in the slow, steady rhythm of your own breathing. The journey is over, but its peace is just beginning. Let the images of the alley drift through your mind like the slow turning planets in the starlight spectacle shop. See the floating lanterns, not as bright lights, but as soft golden blurs against the darkness behind your eyelids. Hear the trickle of fountain, not as a distinct sound, but as the gentle rhythmic pulse of your own heart. Feel the joyful, colorful energy of Weasley's wizard wheezes softening now, melting into a deep, comforting sense of safety and contentment. Your breathing is slow, your body is heavy, perfectly relaxed. The magic of the alley is no longer out there in a hidden London street. It is right here, in this room, in this quiet space you have made for yourself. It is the magic of rest, the enchantment of silence, the wonderful simple spell of sleep, which is now gently wrapping itself around you. Hold on to that single, glowing point of warmth within you, your own personal, everlasting lantern. Let it be the last conscious thought you have tonight. You are safe, you are warm, you are deeply, profoundly peaceful. And in this perfect peace, you may notice your own breathing beginning to slow, to deepen, each inhale drawing in the lingering scent of wood smoke and toffee, each exhale releasing the final, gentle excitement of the evening. The weight of your body is a comforting anchor, holding you safe in this quiet harbor of the night. So let the images of the alley, the floating lanterns, the whispering books, the colorful sleeping shops, let them all soften at the edges now, like ink dissolving in water, becoming part of your dreams. The world outside is quiet. The night itself is holding its breath with you, keeping you safe in its gentle, star-dusted embrace. And remember, the light will always find you again. So for now, you may rest and sleep well, my dear wanderer.